Hey, welcome back. This is episode 34 of the Part-Time Players podcast. This is a casual gaming podcast where four pals discuss the week's video game news. My name is Reese Lagden, and I am joined by the DJ, Brad Seeley. How are you doing today, Brad?
Yeah, good, thank you.
we knew this was coming. And then also I'm joined by that guy, Ash Seeley.
This guy. Good, thank you.
Good. And obviously, last but not least, we've got our guardian, Bradley Moore.
Me. Welcome. Hello.
that was awkward. I don't know what to say about that. But obviously, if you don't know, obviously we drop our episode every Monday on podcast platforms, and also we have a video version on YouTube. So we obviously appreciate if you'd like and subscribe to the podcast. How's our week been, guys? Anyway, anybody good?
Good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, pretty uneventful, but good.
Uneventful. Yeah, it's just life at the moment, isn't it? It's just the same old. But anyway, shall we kick off with the news? It's been a busy world. Well, in the gaming world, anyway. There's been some news stories. So, shall we kick it off? Who's going first?
Yeah, let's go.
Right, go on, and I'll go first, as we've already discussed this. So, Resident Evil news. The tall lady is making some very big headlines, and I say that as in people like that she's tall. Lady Dimitrescu, I think I'm saying that right. It's come out that she's 9'6", I think it was 9'6".
And she is all lady.
Yeah,
all lady.
She's lady from her feet to her big hat. But yeah, it's just making headlines. People can't get enough of her. A little bit more stories come out. Apparently, she took control of that castle in 1950, which would make her over 70 years old. And for a 70-year-old, she's looking fine.
She's a vampire. Do they?
Yeah, I think that helps. I don't.
It
know.
does. It does.
I don't know if she's using some sort of creams, or it's the vampire side of it.
Yeah, that BB cream. I think it's definitely working. It's the.
Exactly that. Yeah, we've been given a little bit more info on her. Well, it's nothing. I don't think anything actually been confirmed, but this is just what I'm seeing. She's got so-called daughters, apparently not actually her daughters. She's probably just turned them. It's classic vampire trope. You get bored, you turn some people, you got friends who don't die, which is always nice.
Except for in Twilight, they were a family, weren't they? Were they a family?
I don't know. I didn't watch Twilight.
Yeah, this is not the first time that you brought Twilight up, Reese.
I'm not a fan. I just feel like we should talk about it more often. You know, our Pats, our Batman. Go on, sorry.
Sparkly man. We would get a bit of that in Resident Evil. Hopefully it be sparkly.
That was going to be my intro if I don't do this. Go on. Sorry.
I don't get that reference to Sparkly Men because I've nothing
they're just sparkling. It's the twinkly star. Whatever. Move on. Keep going with the stew. Sorry.
Right. Okay. Also, there's been a bit of controversy. Apparently, there's been fat shaming going on, and we all know we don't stand for fat shaming, though I don't really care. So there's a trader in there. And he is massive. I don't think he actually moves. So when you go to him, it looks like he's on a cart of some sort. The window comes down, and he's taken up the entire space with his mass. And people are saying this isn't fair. And you shouldn't fat shame. To be fair, he's in a village full of vampires, werewolves, and zombies. I don't think him being a little bit overweight is that much of a problem. But
he's got other problems, ain't he? To be fair,
I'd say so. I can't blame him. I'd be down Burger King trying to, eat my problems away. Yeah. I think behind it is just because he's meant to be gluttonous. He cares about profit and he cares about money. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but a good way of showing someone's gluttonous is to show him as massively overweight. So I don't know. Okay. That's the Resident Evil. It's bringing up problems all over the shop. People are woke to this, and they're not happy. That's the news on Resident Evil.
Wow. Well, when does it come out again? I feel like it's soon. May, April.
Yeah, May. Yeah. Not too long. Not too far to go at all. Hopefully, I'll have a PlayStation by then. Probably not. So I'll be on some shit console. But
hopefully, you should do.
Is it coming out on PS4?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, for people like me.
But the demo didn't.
No, demo. Well, apparently they're meant to be releasing the demo a little while later for
April.
For PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Yep.
But yeah,
Gotcha.
I don't know why.
Not the Resident Evil guy here. Obviously, Brad. I think you've played the demo, right? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, brilliant. It visually unbelievable. I mean, they did say it was a visual showcase, so hopefully they don't tone down the graphics. But yeah, it was really good. Really corny ending to it. It was it's a bit lame, but the build up
Not
to
at
it.
all. That tall lady standing over me, I was happy. I tell you now.
Oi, oi. Yeah, that's really good. I love the aesthetics of that mansion. Are unbelievable. It's breathtaking, and coming up
and all the little detail.
So detailed. Having to escape from that dungeon, coming out, breaking into the mansion where all the weird shit's going down. Yeah, I can't wait for it, to be honest. Buzzing.
Cool.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think I'll be playing it, so I don't really have. Although
you were thinking about it, and now you're not. What happened?
I am still playing through Resident Evil 2. Or playing through it. I haven't really played it, but it's
installed on your console, is what you're saying.
It's installed. I got it's in the PlayStation. I played for 40 minutes. My PlayStation got turned off, lost all the save, and then I just haven't gone back yet. So,
it's rough.
Yeah, I will go back to it, but we've all been kind of playing the same game this week. So
so good. I don't understand how you just don't want to play it. It's just amazing.
It is a little bit rough when you lose your save, isn't it? Even if a game that you really love, like even if it was like God of War, like I love God of War, it's my favorite game of all time. But if I lost my save, I guess 45 minutes ain't that bad. But yeah, I would have been like, oh, really? Got to do all that again? But I would have for God of War. But...
Yeah, I will do it. I will get back to it, but at the minute, just don't have the time. So, right, okay. So, next up, news-wise, is there's a couple of Mass Effect stories. So I'll just merge them into one. So the first one is they've lost some original DLC that was in the Xbox release. Isn't going to be in the Legendary Edition. It wasn't in the PlayStation 3 release either because. It's just been gone. It's corrupted. Like the data they had is corrupted, and
how does that happen?
I don't know, and they can't find.
They just lost it.
Yeah,
Sorry, boys.
So, imagine them all running around BioWare like, where is it? Where did you leave the floppy disk?
Yeah, left it on the bus.
It's like a floppy disk somewhere.
Yeah, so some of it got corrupted, and then some of it, like the original, they can't find. It's gone.
Wow.
Legendary Edition repackages the original trilogy and all its previous release content with new features and major graphical overhaul. Speaking to Game Informer, game director Mac Waters said that trying to save DLC was an emotional roller coaster. That included reaching out to Demigurge and they're the ones who made done the original DLC, and trying to obtain backup source code from the developers was corrupted. The original source code has also been notoriously lost, which kept PlayStation 3 players from experiencing it back when the game arrived on the platform. He then just goes ahead and says, if they wanted to remake it would have taken 6 months, so they just kind of thought it's not worth saving, we're just going to put it on the floor. The DLC was Pinnacle Station. I must have played it back when I played the original. It kind of acted as like a training mission, but I can't remember it. I can't really remember. I don't know if you can remember it, Ash.
No, I can't. As soon as you said that, I was like, what?
Yeah, I can't
probably was worth. It wasn't worth the 6 months.
Yeah, so 6 months worth of work, obviously, in delaying it. So they kind of thought, we're just gonna leave this.
Yep.
And the next bit of news is Mass Effect Legendary Edition cuts multiplayer in favor of single player improvements, which for me, I'm quite happy about. Played some of the multiplayer before, and it wasn't great. So I'd rather I always see Mass Effect as a single player game. So
yeah, it seems odd for it to have a multiplayer, to be fair.
Yeah, it didn't. The first one didn't. I think it was just the second and third.
Yeah.
And I know in the third one, if you played online, it kind of helped with the end mission of the single player, so it kind of tied in. So there was like a bit of a point of playing it, but I still didn't play it that much.
There was a little period of time, wasn't there, where I think it was like PS3, obviously 360 when 2 and 3 came out, where a lot of single player games added multiplayer just for multiplayer. Just because multiplayer was popular, like Last of Us added it, and do you know what I mean? There was like quite a few games where you wouldn't, they just shoehorned it in, like add multiplayer as well.
Uncharted as well.
Yeah, another one. Yeah,
it's annoying because especially with like The Last of Us as well. If you wanted to platinum it, you had to get the online trophies, and then after a while, obviously no one's on it, and it's just. And I remember talking to a mate at work years ago, and he was doing it, and he said it was just an absolute chore, like just to get there. And I was like, it's just not worth it, so I didn't bother.
Yep.
But I'm quite happy that there's that there's no multiplayer in there. It's fine by me. I don't know if I actually mentioned it because this come out after last week's episode, didn't it? And we did like a separate video for it. But yeah, Mass Effect Legendary Edition has been announced and it's got a release date of May the 14th. So whoop whoop. Everyone loves Mass Effect. I know you've not played it, Reese. Have you played it, Brad? No. So you two are going to go in fresh.
Yeah.
And you're in for the ride of a lifetime. So yeah, it's so good. Yeah. It's just...
I'm really excited because, like you said, so many people rate it so highly, and it's like their favorite game of all time, best franchise. There's such geeks, but yeah, no, I can't wait.
It's so good. I can't. Yeah, I've said on the video we did, I've played them all multiple times, but. I'm definitely going to buy this again day one.
Yeah.
And just, really,
only thing I wish they did do, and I don't know if you agree, being fans, because obviously we're getting all the trilogy on one disc and all the DLC. It's like, that's a lot of game on one disc. Could they have given it the Final Fantasy VII remake treatment and given you in parts, but really like pushed the graphics, pushed it to the edge, and you got the first one, the second one in installments? Because it looks good, but obviously compared, but it doesn't look like Final Fantasy VII or Demon's Souls, like those kind of remakes. Do you know what I mean? It looks like a really amazing PS5 game.
I think for me, like in the binge culture we have now, I'd rather have them all released at the same time. But I know what you mean. Yeah, if it was episodic, or like 1 and then 2 come out in a little while, because even me, I don't think I'm gonna like play through 1, do everything, and then go straight onto 2 and do everything, and then go straight. It's gonna be staggered most likely.
It's a lot
because it's a lot. So, could have done that. They could have really have pushed it, but and it's would have made more money that way as well. So it's
absolutely.
I hope they don't do it now. I hope they don't put it back and just be like, we heard some bloke on the internet and he said we should do this. So now we're gonna everyone's gonna release 1.
Yeah. Well, if it looks better and it's enhanced even more, then I would rather it just give it me the best version. Because like you said, I'm not going to play 1, 2, and 3 back to back. I'm going to play 1, give it a break, play 2, and then play 3.
Yeah.
But I guess it's however you want to be, and I'm sure it's going to be great. It's going to look fantastic compared to the others. But I don't have that comparison. I don't have the imagination of, oh wow, this is how it looked back then, and now look how it looks. This is like me going in fresh. And I would rather go in with fresh eyes, looking like an amazing PS5 game, than it looking like a good PS4 game, because it basically looks like a PS4 game. So, which is fine, but I would like to have been pushed personally.
No, definitely. I'm just really excited. There was another bit of news. I'll just add in quick. They're like changing some of the camera angles, because back in the day, especially 2, there was one character called Miranda, and she wore like this body tight, like skin tight suit, and it just used to kind of focus on like her ass and that. So they're saying like they're just gonna reposition it, and just maybe change that, because it's kind of not appropriate for this now than when it was back then.
Have they not played Nier?
They're ruining my immersion.
Yeah, exactly.
Nier is so much worse.
But it's so there's a lot of news coming out. Just waiting for May the 14th now to be able to play it. Looking forward to it. I know you've got it pre-ordered already, haven't you, Reece? So
I pre-ordered it. As soon as it came available, I was like, bang, pre-order done. Got it. 100 days. Well, when I did pre-order, I don't know where it is now. 95, whatever it is. But yeah, no, check out Brad or the two CD brothers. They did a video which posted on Thursday, I believe. So yeah, if you want to hear a little bit more of a spoiler-free chat, but two big fans of it.
Difficult. Yeah, we wanted to go into it, but we know some people haven't played it, so we didn't want to spoil it. And we knew that you'd be like putting a video up, so we would just spoil it for you. So yeah, it's but when they come out and we've all played, well, like you two have played one, we can do like a
spoiler discussion, 100%.
And then for each one. So yeah, the future content is coming. So cool.
Absolutely. Brett, are you excited for it? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, buzzing. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it, so really looking forward to that coming around. I was gutted. It's one of those ones that you gutted that you missed, and then when the rumours started coming out that there was going to be an enhanced version or remake. Yeah, great. You want the ones that you missed out on to come back. So really happy with that.
Number 2 is by far, as I said before in the video, it could possibly be my favourite game of all time. So
wow.
Just,
I don't think that's an uncommon opinion, is it, either?
Yeah,
no, it's not. And I would have jumped in with Andromeda, but it got such bad, obviously press and what happened. It was kind of like, that would have been my first Mass Effect. I would have jumped in then because obviously I was quite aware of Mass Effect and everything, but because of how poorly that jumped in, do you know what I mean? It's
and
tainted it.
We, like me and Ash said, we loved the games, and I had pre-ordered Mass Effect Andromeda, got it, and even when I was playing it, I was like, this is just like the story wasn't compelling, and you had all the bugs, and the animations were absolute shit, and it was it wasn't a good game to jump in on. They need to, when I know they're making a sequel, they need to make a like an original worthy, not Andromeda. Andromeda should just not be spoken about anymore.
Ash, you excited for it? What's you gonna?
I am really excited for it. I was watching some things on it last night about the enhancements where they showed the original and then the updated version. Cool. It's just night and day. It does look amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm interested to see how they're going to do the infantry system. I mentioned this on the podcast, but on number 1, it was a bit more. It's not an easy thing to jump into if you're just like a casual gamer. Sure. I think they're going to try and minimize that a little bit. But no, I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, nice. Looking forward to it as well. Next news story.
This one, what cuts deep. Apparently, last year in 2020, Sony sold 4.5 million units. I wasn't one of the people to get one of those units. But
have you not got one?
Still, no. I thought I mentioned it.
Brad, have you got one?
Yeah, I've got one. Yeah.
Brad Moore, have you got one?
I think
I've got one too. What? Nash? Sorry, mate. Sorry, touch it.
But that is surprising for me. I don't know if you guys find it surprising, but I did not realise that many units got shipped.
I am not surprised whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know that many people who've got one, apart from you 3 guys. That's it. You 3 guys are the only people I know who's got one.
Is that in your way? Should I just put that in?
Oh, shit. It's so bright.
But yeah.
I'm not really surprised because those they've sold, that includes all of thousands that Scalpers bought. So they sold everything they made, but whether or not all those consoles got into the hands of gamers who wanted to purchase them is another story. It should be Sony sold 4.5 million, 1 million went to customers, and like 3.5 million sitting in warehouses because they're trying to make the most money out of them. So
getting sold for 1,200 quid a go.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a news story last year, if I remember rightly. And originally they were going to make 5 million by April, like the financial year, and they decided to double it. I think that was our news story. Yeah. So they plan to make 10 by April, and they're clearly, also they're selling everything they're making. They can't make them quick enough. So clearly there'll be another news story in April saying they've sold 10 million because it's just, it'll probably outsell the PS4 in its like first full 12 months.
You see, they're selling the units at a loss as well, which is...
Are they? Well, both versions or just a disc version?
Both. Both.
Both.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's the same as the PS3. They sold it as a loss because of the Blu-ray. Because back in the day, they backed was it Betamax, and then obviously there's a Betamax and VHS war. Sony lost because they backed the wrong horse. So then when Blu-ray come out, they was like, we're going to put Blu-ray in just so we're ahead of the game. So yeah, every PS3 they made a loss on, but in the end it worked out for them. So it's a shame. It's a shame that people can't get them, and like Ash. Every week it's have you got one? And he's like, no,
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's
you do.
I know it's annoying for him, but it's also annoying for me and Reese because if we're trying to play a game, I don't know, say The Division 2.
Oh yeah,
he's just
like, I know we've done like 4 missions and he's still loading in.
I'm nearly there, boys. It's loading. It's nearly there.
It's just,
There was a funny moment in Division, I'm sure we'll talk about it when we do, but I literally loaded to like a settlement and then loaded to the White House, and it took Ash just to load to the thing, and it still took him longer. And I did all my bits in the settlement, went to the White House, did all my bits there, and he was still loading. It was like, wow, you kind of forget because you get used to the PS5, but it isn't until you go back to someone on the PS4, you're like, wow, the speed.
So much in the future.
I know, the bright lights.
Yeah, it is bad. They need to like just flood the market with them, which I don't. It's not going to happen anytime soon. That's the only way the scalpers ain't going to be able to get like an advantage over taking advantage of people wanting one. So I don't know how.
Pandemic being over and shops opening. Shops opening again.
Yeah, 100%. If you can actually go to a shop, that'd be it. That'd be
it
again.
Soon
that's
shops
how I've
are
got
open.
all my other consoles. I remember when the Wii first came out. That's how I got the Wii, and the Wii was hard to get hold of then. And I remember just going to game, and I was with Mum, and I was like, "Can I have a look in there?" And she's like, "Yeah, go for it." Because I was only little. I was like, "You got any Wii's?" And
he's 21.
Yeah, and I was like, I was.
21.
Yeah, all right. But I like shopping with Mum. Okay.
21, going around asking for a Wii.
Yeah, exactly that. No, I went in there.
Mum,
and
can I have a
like,
Wii, please?
He was like, "Yeah, we've got one," and I was like, "Mum, I need the money." And then I got one. I was well happy. But that has not happened with the PlayStation 5. No matter how much I shop with Mum, that PlayStation.
Mum, can you get me one? Mum, please.
Yeah.
Bad. I know there will be one week though when we're doing this, and Ashley will be like, "I got one."
I've got one.
It'll happen eventually.
And then
that's what
nobody
we
would care. Nobody would care. Like, oh yeah, we've had them for ages, mate. To be
Day one, we've had it. We've all had it since day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say okay, some people got it, us 3. Some people ain't. Ash. Sorry, Ash.
This guy. This sad guy.
You might have to just get so bad that you actually just go and buy a PlayStation 4 Pro instead of a PlayStation.
I ain't doing that. 5. I ain't going to that. I ain't dropping to that level.
Yeah, no, that's not worth it. You'll get one.
I'll get an Xbox. I'll get the Xbox, whatever that's called. I'll get one of them. Yeah, I'll get the Series X.
That's hard to get as well.
Apparently,
that's really tough.
I read a thing yesterday. I don't know how true this is. Apparently, they sold more of them in January than they did PlayStations, which I found was interesting because again, I only know one person who's got one of them.
I guess if they're making them, I guess I don't know, but overall, maybe I think PlayStation's probably sold more than Xbox since 100%. Launch.
Yeah,
but maybe Xbox was holding them until January, so it's a big. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure as well on the PlayStation 5 stock there was police were like called to a shop in Japan because they got some in stock, and there was just like there was a fucking riot. I saw some video and it was like rammed.
Yeah,
just fighting to get one.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I saw that.
Black Friday kind of madness, wasn't it? Like, get me the JP.
And that's in that's in PlayStation home ground. You'd think that if there was anywhere be able to get one a bit easier, it'd be there. But
if you look really carefully at that video, you see me at the background, just punching people, trying to get there, trying to get there to get one. Didn't get one. Expensive. So many
the flights and stuff, it would have been very expensive. But I imagine North America, like America, Canada, that would be their main market. I think that's where they make their most money. So probably priorities. Maybe Europe. So a lot of people in Europe. So cool.
Yeah, cool. Next news story is again, it's another remake. It's just basically, we spoke about it last week, and then this is just like a little bit more going around. There's loads of leaks and rumours and everything about it, but KOTOR Remake supposedly in the works by Aspire Media. So Jason Schreier?
Yep.
On a post said that Aspire was making in development, making the remake, and they was bought by Embracer Group. And Aspire Media actually did the ports of KOTOR 1 and 2 to mobile. So they've got a bit of, background on it. And it's said to have been, and they have said themselves, they're working on a AAA multi-million-dollar game and have been hiring BioWare veterans. So all the evidence is pointing to that they're making a remake of, well, we assume a remake of KOTOR.
Yeah.
That's just, as I say, it just builds on a little bit more of the news from last week. I think it's kind of like Mass Effect Legendary. Everyone kind of knew it was in the works, and everyone kind of knew it, and then they announced it. It was like, okay, cool. So hopefully that will happen with this as well.
I think so. There's no smoke without fire, and there's too much smoke. There's way too much smoke about this game. And I know obviously I was able to take part in the conversation last week, but I think this is it. I don't think there is going to be a new KOTOR. I think this is it. This is the rumors. This is going to be a remake. And I did a little bit into research, just because I was like, do they do like next gen like ports? Because I know they did the Mac port and, like you said, the iPad port, but are they going to actually be able to do it for consoles? And the studio that they've kind of now part of is Saber Interactive, and they're doing the upgrade for The Witcher 3.
Right. Okay.
So it's kind of like, okay, this studio clearly has the pedigree to do like remakes for other things or ports kind of thing. So they also did it for the Switch as well, that obviously you played and stuff. So
brilliant.
Yeah.
Really good.
So it makes me think, okay, they've done that. They've added them who obviously know about KOTOR. They added more BioWare people. Yeah, I feel like it's too much of a coincidence, and that's definitely what we're getting. It's going to be a remake. So I'm really excited.
I was going to say, because you didn't get to take part in it because you was having like some sort of like breakdown last week.
Earphones. I've invested in wired ones this week. So.
Are you excited? I know you haven't played, so you're excited to play that again?
Yeah. I played the original. I played it, funnily enough, on my Mac, I believe, which would have been the pool that they did. It's a fantastic game. Like you guys said last week, obviously, I quite enjoyed listening back to it because I wasn't a part of it and I didn't hear it. Yeah. So, I think the game's fantastic. The story's good. Obviously, everything that's happening, but I'm still excited to play it. I mean, like you guys are probably excited to play Mass Effect again. It's just, it's good. It's like I've been playing Control this week, and I just love that game. It's so fun to play. So I just like to see how they're going to enhance things, like the graphics and the system, and are they going to modernize it? Are we still going to get the turn-based? Is they going to change it slightly and make it a little bit more Final Fantasy VII, where it is action, but there's also the turn-based as well, and it's like this hybrid thing, which I think could see work. Like you press square or whatever to like use the lightsaber to slash, but then there's also like you press R1, R2 to do the powers or whatever. Do you know what I mean? There's like makes it a little bit faster rather than it being really slow, because I feel like that's not aged very well. So they've got obviously options they can take with that, but I'm excited. I'll take a remake.
I know. We spoke last week. Brad, you haven't played it, have you? So you're up for it. So
cool. Absolutely. Yeah. Can't wait.
You said they done the remake. They ported. You could get 2 on iOS, but that's gone now. You can't get it no more. I don't know what happened.
Licensing thing, probably.
So it's gone. Up for that. Just waiting for announcement, really. That's all we're waiting for now, is just for them to say, this is actually happening. So, and apparently as well, I saw San Andreas and Vice City remakes apparently in the works, but I don't know how true that is. So,
okay.
Why make a new one? Why make a new one when you can just make the old ones and keep that online going?
To be fair, I haven't played Vice City since I was at school. So if they brought a remake out of Vice City, I would be all over that. I would
same.
Yeah.
It may be my favorite. I don't know. It's hard to rank them, isn't it? They're all so good, but if they would made a new one, I want it set in like Vice City again, 80s. Yeah. I don't know. It was just remember the cheats and stuff and having the flying cars, and I had so much fun. And obviously San Andreas built on that, but with the 90s
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, no, I'd love that.
We're all
Yeah,
real suckers for a remake, aren't we?
Yeah,
It's these-
We encouraging this.
yeah.
Is this a good thing? It is. I
yeah,
wanna-
give me
I
the same
wanna-
games again. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
this
care.
is certainly the year of the remake so far. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's been the last couple of years, isn't it? Obviously,
Yeah.
we've had quite a few good ones.
hey, I'm a sucker. I'll buy a game again. You know, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think it's a good route to go down with the old KOTOR remaking it, because you're going to get people. The story's so good, you're going to want people to know that story, and you know if this goes well, they'll probably bring out number 2, and minimal time after that, they'll make a new one. They're just they want to test the waters. They don't want to put loads of money into a game that people are going to have to go back and learn about if it was to carry on. So
It's
it
an
does
easy
make sense.
cash grab, isn't it? People are going to buy it.
Yeah. 100%, yeah. You'll get people like us who really enjoyed it, buy it, and you get people new to the franchise, be like, wow, everybody's raving about it, I'll get it as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Star Wars, isn't it? Star Wars sells.
Yeah.
It's probably going to end up for me though, being like every other remake I buy, really excited. I play for like a day, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, I got it. So like BioShock, Spyro, it's just
Crash. Did you play? Did you get Crash as well?
I never played Crash before, and I just didn't play it when it remade. I don't know.
There's another remake that I really enjoy. I can't remember what it is now, but go on, Brad. Brad M, you was going to say something?
Just that they're really profitable. You know why it just makes sense from a business standpoint why they're doing them as well. Like the development work is still quite a bit of development work, but nowhere near starting from the ground up. So it makes you wonder if we are in this phase where we're getting loads of remakes, but maybe we'll slowly plateau out, and it's giving developers more time to make these real true next gen games, and then maybe next year and the year after, that's when we'll really start to see all the new IPs landing.
And
then we'll look forward to the remake of them in 4 years.
Exactly that.
The remake of the remake.
It's like Brad said as well. They've got the audience.
Prince of
They
Persia.
know that these remakes, they've got the audience already. They're waiting, so they're like, exactly. It's just going to be money making. So
and Blue Point are probably the best at it, and Sony will probably buy them. And obviously, they'll probably announce the Metal Gear Solid, which I'm sure everybody will lose their minds for that one as a remake. Can't wait.
that is the one.
Chills.
That would be brilliant.
Chills. This E3 could be really good. Like, I know it's not going to be an E3, but the Sony Summer Conference, obviously they'll probably show God of War, Horizon. That could be announced. Like their conferences are so good. I love them.
Yeah. Well, they already kind of did the remake of the first Metal Gear on GameCube, Twin Snakes.
Twin Snakes,
Not the same. Not saying you want a Blue Point remake. Blue Point.
It was so much easier to save Meryl on Twin Snakes as well. I remember that when you have to mash the button, and like on the PlayStation, I remember trying to do that so much. I felt so guilty because I just couldn't save her. And it was like even if you didn't time it right and you failed it, he was like, he just gives in and then tells them the secret. You're like, oh no, Snake, you're meant to be a secret agent, mate. Don't go giving them the bloody secrets. And you're like, well, she's dead.
But if she does die, you did get the camo suit when you at the end of the game.
That was better. It was better than an unlimited bandolier of bullets.
So the stealth suit was much better.
Stupid.
Yeah. You've got another story, Ash?
Yeah, so leading on, talking about remakes, Prince of Persia. We're all excited about Prince of Persia?
No.
I am.
Well, probably a good thing you're not, because it's been delayed indefinitely. This news only come out a little while ago. So it was meant to come out next month. Everyone was hyped about it, and that doesn't seem to be happening now. The reason they've given is it's the classic. It's 2-inch, and to be fair, you can't. It's a good reason, because they've said it's just not ready yet, and they don't want to release it before it is ready. And I think with the debacle of Cyberpunk, it's reasonable.
Sure.
It's something you can say now, and people don't get too pissed off, because we've seen the results of if games do get rushed.
Yep.
Is it a kick in the teeth? Yeah. I did want it, but to be honest, the more this is going on, the more I'm not bothered about it. I really enjoyed playing it back in the day. I played all of them. But it's just taking too long. It's just one of those games which is just going to fall to the wayside. I think even when it does come out, you're going to get really hard die-hard fans who are going to still buy it and enjoy it. but you're not going to get too many people picking it up. I think it's going to be a flash in the pan. It's going to be done. But what can you do? It's a good enough reason now that we don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
We don't want to release it when it's not ready. And fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, no, totally. Kind of goes to the quote that you did a couple of weeks ago, Brad. Was the Nintendo guy's quote? Rush game or whatever it is, blah blah blah. But I butchered it last time, so I saved it. I didn't go there, but
wise man says, "Don't rush game."
Exactly. Yeah, don't rush. Yeah, don't rush it. Take your time. Take your time.
You're all right. You're all right, mate. Don't rush it.
But yeah, no, I'm obviously going to buy it. I'm a fan of the trilogy, and I just wanted it to just be a really good remake, and it just didn't look great. That trailer was so poor, and then when they delayed it, I was kind of pleased. It's the only delay I've ever been pleased for, and then I realized it was only for a month, and I was like, oh, well, that's clearly not enough to sort it out. And now it's being pushed even further, and they say it's because it's not ready. I kind of want it to be like, because we're starting again.
Yeah,
it's delayed because we've got to start again. Sorry, guys, let's do it again.
The first one was like, COVID has really hit us, and we are struggling doing it. It's like, okay, fair enough, COVID, and it's like, the game's just not ready. All right, we're low. We'll put our cards down. We're not ready. It's not coming out. So you got to give them, their dues for that.
I think it's two factors of this. Again, everyone's seen what happened to Cyberpunk, and they're just like, they're using that as they can like, we can delay this because no one wants that to happen again. And they kind of didn't get the best feedback, did it? Like Yuri, like you said, you was really looking forward to it, and you saw it, and you was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's kind of looks
it was.
It looks bad. Yeah. So. And I was thinking, like, we could, what do you think? We could do like a little prediction of what other games are going to get delayed this year, because it does seem like it's going to be, a year of delays. Are any games going to get released on time? I really don't. I'm not looking forward to God of War Ragnarok, because I know that's not coming out this year. There's no way.
They even taken it off the trailer. They did like their 2021 games. I don't know if you got the email, and God of War wasn't even featured. So Sony are like, they just cut it out, like the ending.
Delete that line of code. Just get rid of that.
They done the PS5 launch to get everyone excited. They put God of War at the end of it just to like ramp it up to the next level, just as like the final blow.
Yeah, there was no intention. There was no intention of it ever.
It's just not coming. It's just not going to happen. And what other big games are supposed to be coming out this year? We already had Hogwarts that's going to next year.
Yeah.
Halo's supposed to be coming out in autumn. Maybe that want to make it. I don't know.
I think so.
It would have been delayed a year already. I know.
What I'm fearful of is Gotham Knights. I don't want that delayed.
Yeah.
I really want to play that game. I'm fearful.
Go Gotham Knights. That can be, that's potential to be delayed.
Horizon. But it doesn't have a date, does it?
Horizon,
so I think,
Horizon.
But the same as that, a lot of them don't have dates, and I think that's why they're being obviously internally delayed. But we don't know the date, so they might be being pushed back, but they ain't giving us the dates. That's why I think, obviously, a few weeks ago we did our 2021 games, and most of the games don't have a date. It's just to be announced in 2021. So December the 31st is when all these games are coming out.
This is the problem, isn't it? I like them staggered throughout the year, so I've got enough time to play them.
So mate,
when
New Year's Eve, you've got to be busy.
Yeah, when games are all on top of each other, you're like, oh, you're playing one. You're like, oh, I wouldn't mind giving that a go. And then you end up putting that in. You're like, oh, this is good. And you just never get around to playing anything.
Yeah.
It's good. And we all know how much of a killer it could be if you release a game at the wrong time of the year and another big one comes out. They fall to the wayside. So
Titanfall.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Titanfall 2 is a prime example. It's like it was supposed to be coming this month. I think it's supposed to be coming out in a couple of weeks. The Far Cry 6, sorry. Yeah, it's supposed to be coming out in a couple of weeks. That's been delayed, and again, it's been delayed with no date now. So there's no date for it.
Yeah.
So I think they just said Q2. So it could be up to.
It's funny because Ubisoft, like, when we did after they did their conference, we did our podcast, and we said that they've got a game coming out every month. Phoenix from in Phoenix, Fallen Rising, whatever it was called, and then Prince of Persia. Then they had obviously Far Cry and Riders Republic. Then they had another one for March. I can't remember what it was now. And it was like until April they had like a game.
Yeah.
And now it's
Nothing.
none of them. They're all gone.
Yeah.
Riders Republic is the only one that I think might make it. So
I think they're all right this month because of the upgrade for Division 2. Seen a lot of people jump back in. So I think it's got some good numbers on it. So
Yeah, suckers. Who do that?
Yeah, so
fools, I tell you.
They've still got representation this month. So sorry, I'm just knocking everything over.
What's going on?
My old mic, it just fell off the shelf. It wants to get involved again. It's like, no, we don't need you no more. It's gone.
Presenting your new one.
Yeah. So hopefully, no, a lot more games won't get delayed. But like I've said at the end of last year, another episode, they said COVID didn't really affect games last year. It will affect them this year. So
absolutely,
just expect delays, basically. Yep.
Should expect it. Cool.
My next news story is it is MLB The Show, which is made by a PlayStation studio, is going to be going over to Xbox. So it's getting released on the Xbox as well. So it's like it's the first time it's happened. A game made by another platform studio is going to another console. So it could be good. So the official PlayStation blog post reveals that MLB The Show 21 will be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X on the 20th of April 2021. A PC version was not mentioned, and then there's a trailer. So what do you think about this? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad?
I kind of question why, because it's like, why has Sony never done this before? First of all, it's kind of mad that they've got a whole sports franchise that's exclusive.
Yeah. I didn't know it was exclusive, to be honest.
Like it's the baseball license game is a PlayStation exclusive. Was this quite mad? But I think it's Bethesda. I think Xbox or Microsoft, whatever, Sony wants the Bethesda games, and they're like, Xbox were like, well, you're gonna have to play ball. What are you gonna give us?
Literally, gonna have to play ball.
Literally. And they're like, oh, you want to give us one of your franchise? God of War, Horizon. We're like, they're going through their catalog. LMB The Show? Well, they won't go for that, surely. And here we are. We're getting Skyrim 2 or whatever, and they get LMB The Show. I'll take it. Deal. Sorted. Imagine it.
I've
never one of your franchises, Sony. They give them this.
I've never played a baseball game. I have got one in my library because it's on PlayStation Plus, but it's and it kind of goes back to what's the guy's name? What's the head of Xbox? Phil Spencer said the thing he hates most about the gaming industry is that it's toxic tribalism. So it just kind of shows like building bridges,
breaking down barriers.
Breaking down barriers. Start of great things. Probably not.
Could you see, maybe Master Chief? You're playing you're playing Halo on the PS5, and you're playing The Last.
That's a possibility. I think that's more of a possibility than one of the big franchises from Sony going the other way. I can't ever see God of War or a Naughty Dog game being on Xbox. I just don't see it. It's why you buy a PlayStation. It's for that reason. Isn't it? Why would you pick it over the other? It's exclusives. The exclusives are so much better. So you take that away, then obviously people buy Xbox, Game Pass and stuff.
But then does software is more profitable than hardware when you think about numbers?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, that's why they like you said before, they sell them at a loss, the actual consoles, because obviously the software is where they make their profit. So
let's face it, if Naughty Dog had the opportunity to double the people who play their game and make double the money, they're going to be like, we're happy with this, thank you. We're happy with that. So it might be nothing. It might just end up being like this was the only game that happened, that it happens to, but it could be, it could be, and you've seen it before, like in the past, like BioShock and Mass Effect, those all exclusives on Xbox, and then they eventually all just started trickling out to PlayStation. Xbox
Yeah.
360 give the scraps to PlayStation. PlayStation 3 was like, go on, you can have it now. We've all played it. We love it. You can go on, and put it in the bowl.
Yeah. That's that thing. I'm sure Naughty Dog would probably like it, but Sony obviously want it to be exclusive for the reason of third parties. Obviously, they want you to buy the FIFAs, the Destinies, and they want you to spend the loot stuff, because I think that's where they make their most profit, is from loot boxes and DLC, not DLC, but all those things, because Sony not putting any money in it. You're just putting money through their store and you're just buying it, and they take a 14% cut of every time you buy a silver, like in Destiny, for example, or the V-Bucks in Fortnite. That's why obviously Epic were ranting about Apple taking a profit, because they're like, well, we want all the money for ourselves, where if you buy through their store, they obviously make money from it, and that's obviously why they want you to buy the console. So ecosystem.
Keep spinning.
But we will. We'll wait and see what happens with that. And we one last bit of news, actually breaking news. That's breaking news noise.
Get that soundboard going.
Yeah, gotta get that. Should have done it. I should have got some breaking news. Anyway, too late now.
Do the loop-de-loo thing though from James Bond. No, that's going to be our breaking news.
So Nemesis. So 5 years later, Warner Brothers gets its Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor Nemesis system patent. So IGN reports the US Patent and Trademark Office released an issue notice, which currently offline on the 3rd of February 21, confirming that the patent goes into effect on the 23rd of February 21 and has an option to maintain until 2035. So apparently Warner Studios have been trying to get this patent since 2016. Well, as early as March 2015, sorry, and they've only just got it. And it's called, the listing is... like the actual technical listing, if anyone cares. Let me sort it. Where's it gone? Okay, so the patent is dubbed Nemesis characters, Nemesis faults, social vendettas, and followers in computer games. So that's what the patent comes under. Ooh. So, I think we brought it up a few weeks ago that we didn't see. We've only ever seen it in Shadow of Mordor.
This is why I called it.
Now are they going to start putting it in? So like the Batman games, and
I think so.
It's going to be in everything. It's going to be Grand Theft Auto. It's going to be in everything.
they're going to, but that it's definitely going to. You're definitely going to see it. You start seeing it in Batman. Whether I don't know, is it too? Would it be too far down the line to put it into?
It would have already been planned from the beginning.
If it's been planned, then you have to just press the button for it to put it in.
Yeah, the patent is only that no one else can use it. So obviously, like you just said, GTA, Rockstar could never do a Vendetta thing, or no one else could. Like Ubisoft Assassin's Creed, it would be perfect for that. If you went to assassinate someone and they remembered you and they went for you, that would be fantastic for that game. Good, But Ubisoft can never use that feature now, which is a little bit
35.
Yeah, a little bit greedy from WB.
Is Harry Potter? That's Warner Brothers Studios, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're going to be Nemesis in Hogwarts, in Hogwarts Legacy.
You take some kid's arm off, and he comes back with a magic. Mad Eye Moody arm, slapping you about.
You killed my owl. I'm going to get you now.
Well, he's going to say aunt. Then I thought, "Cool, that got heavy." You killed my aunt.
Whatever. But that's. I didn't even. Like nearly 6 years to get the patent to go through is kind of
it's hard to probably like specifically patent software. I imagine like the specifics of like how could you get around using that system without calling it the Nemesis system. Like surely if any enemy remembers you and then wants to come after you, like that's quite a hard thing to be like, you specifically can't do that now. But
this is mine, this is my idea.
Hopefully we get another Lord of the Rings, and hopefully it's in Batman. Hopefully they actually use it and they don't patent it and then never use it.
Never use
sit
it.
On it. Just sit on it for the rest of the time.
They've patented it. Like, well, we don't know what to do with this, but we don't want anyone else doing anything with it, so we're just going to shut it away.
It made me laugh that they didn't do anything with it since. It's like they've done it on Shadow of Mordor or War, and then it was just like don't use it because hopefully people forget, because otherwise they might use it. So
what other like another thing like. Warner Brother Games kind of isn't very prolific. It isn't prolific as say a Ubisoft where they bring out games all the time. So it's a good thing that we're going to be able to see it in the franchises we like from Warner Brothers, but it's kind of also think, well, now we're not going to have it in any other game. So that, like you say, an Assassin's Creed or anything like that. So it's a bit of a, double-edged sword.
Yeah, hopefully they actually use it. Like you said, they don't just sit on it and it's like, no one else can use it, but we're not going to use it either.
Yeah. Such a good idea. Nobody's allowed to use it. And
and we'll sue you if you do. I dare you. There was a weird one. Money. I'm trying to look it up, but I know Capcom had a really weird one. It was something to do with the load screen. Like you couldn't play a game while in a load screen.
Oh, really?
And it inspired quite recently. And it's like, okay, but apparently Ubisoft got around it kind of with the Assassin's Creed games, in the loading screen, and you could run around.
Yeah.
But they kind of class it as that you're not playing, you're just running. Or I don't know, but you're not playing the game.
And to be fair, 3 of us here don't have load screens anymore. So
yeah, I do. I spent so much time in that loading screen on Valhalla. It's unreal.
Yeah.
I stopped bothering now. I just got my phone out, checked everything, checked all my social medias, writ some stuff up.
I don't reply to any texts anymore.
Watched the video.
He watched a film. He's like, I'll get my phone out, watch a film. I loaded that. Cool.
Yeah.
I watched Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. And then I
got into it. And then I accidentally walked into another building. Next thing you know, Twin Towers, got it on.
Yeah, no, it's, you'll get one day,
One day.
But yeah, that was our breaking news segment of Nemesis patent.
Cool.
What's next?
I don't know. What is next? Is this it? Is it over?
Yeah. Right, see you later, everyone.
See you later.
No. Don't go. Don't leave us. What is next?
I can do this week in games. What's coming out this week? So last week, as we announced, Nuts was our game of the week. I know we all played it, didn't we? Yeah, everyone played it.
No.
I played with my nuts.
Jesus Christ.
That's a different kind of game.
Yeah.
So going from the week commencing February the 7th, we have. Oh, it's actually the first game. So the first game coming out on February the 10th is Scarlet Hood and the Wicked Wood, and it's on a PC and it's an adventure game. So that's 10th February. Not Robin Hood. What's her name? Scarlet Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood.
The Little Red Riding Hood. Robin Hood.
The big one that I think a lot of people one of the bigger ones for this week is Little Nightmares 2, which is coming to Xbox One, Switch, PS4, PC. And it's an adventure. Is
that a new game? Is that a poll? Is that a poll?
No, it's number 2. Yeah, so number one's been. I think number 1 is available on everything now. And this is number 2. Looks pretty good.
It does look quite good.
I've always meant to dip into Little Nightmares 1. Have any of you played it?
No. Again, I was going to, but I'm not very. I never.
Sounds like a Game Pass type game.
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah,
it sounds like it would be. Download it.
Yeah, I have to. Hey, if my Xbox still boots up, I'm going to go.
I don't think you'll be able to handle it, Brad. It's quite scary.
What, the UI of the the actual game?
The UI.
The UI for Xbox is scary.
Sorry, fanboy. Sorry.
Yeah, you turn it on, and you're like,
we're not biased,
I don't know. I liked it. I said before, I love the original Xbox, love the 360. The UI for the Xbox One, I turn it
Series
on.
X. Yeah.
I download a game. I'm like, I don't know, where does it show that it's downloading? I don't know what I don't know what's going on, basically. So
I always need help. I'm like, where do I go to do this? And it's that. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I am. How do you know this? And
The PS5 UI is not perfect. I've got a little.
It's not. No. Yeah.
I got some gripes with
show
that.
our non-biasness. Yeah, it isn't perfect. Yeah. Kind of having
there's some very annoying features. The
Yeah.
game-based thing with the party, and I Predem always gets confused with that all the time.
To add a friend, you have to go into Gamebase, go down
Here we go.
past all your online friends, go past all your offline friends, and I play a MMO, so I just add random fuckers all day long. You have to scroll through like 200 people before you get to the very bottom of the list that says add a friend. Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, I don't know. But
luckily, I only have 3 friends, so it takes me no time.
There's a software update coming soon. I'm starting to hear rumours now. There's a bit of leaked information, and they are making a lot of changes to Gamebase. We'll look that up. And
I don't play online. So the first game I played online on the PS5 was The Division. And the other day I was trying to join with Reese. I'm like, right, so what do I do? How do I do this voice chat? Right, how do I leave the voice chat? How do I invite someone? It's just I
give tutorials to people all the time.
Yeah, it was.
I also worked out how to do because we were sharing. It was doing it on Twitch, and now I could never share my audio, Brad, on your stream. There's actually a setting inside the party that says allow chat, share your voice.
Yeah,
which is separate from the settings. So although I
there's a setting in settings, and there's also a setting on the app so you have to go around.
Yeah, and inside the party, there's like 3 lots. Yeah, mad.
We've got Little Nightmares 2, and then we've got Gal Gun Returns, and that's on the Switch and PC, and that's a shooter. That's on the 12th of Feb. A big one for the Switch, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which comes out on the February 12th as well.
So very excited for that? You're going to play... people like Mario, 3D Mario? No,
I'm not really a Mario fan. I like Luigi's Mansion, but that's about it.
Yeah, I got Odyssey on the Switch, and I've not finished it.
I got Odyssey, and then I got the 3D All-Star, which had Sunshine, and I was really excited for that. And then I just played it for like 1 minute, for like an hour, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. And if you want that, you actually have to get it before March 31st because it's going, in it. So.
Yep.
Yeah, everything goes on. Everything they bought out recently disappears on March 31st. So
we'll see what's going to happen with all that cloud streaming.
We've got Rogue Heroes Ruins of Tassos on PC Switch, and it's an adventure RPG roguelike, and that is nope, scrap that. That's too late. So you got Mario. Next one comes out on February the 19th, which is so that's the last one. Yeah, so February 20th, you've got Azure Lane Crosswave, and it's on a Switch, and it's a shooter shmup. And that's it for this week. So mainly Switch, and
I guess Mario is the game of the week. Maybe
I'm going to say Little Nightmares 2 is game of the week.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll go with Nightmares.
We're definitely more excited about that one. But
what we're going to do?
I'm not going to play any of them, but
we're going to tweet out that Little Nightmares 2 is our game of the week, and we're going to see if someone sends us a review code, and then we'll play it. So
I'll definitely play it.
It's got to be on Game Pass. Why?
What, Little Nightmares 2, the new one?
No, is that not going to be a thing? I reckon so. Look it up.
I don't think so.
Anyway, while you guys are doing that, what we've been playing this week, Brad M, have you played anything this week?
I have played nothing this week.
We know because we was waiting for you, and you was ghosting us. So
where's the other Brad? Does he not like us anymore?
We was in a fire. We were taking a lot of enemy fire, and we was like, if only we had Brad here.
Ash wasn't with us either. I don't know where he was. He was in the low street somewhere.
I literally was.
I would have been the coolest kid there. I've got like a Hawaiian shirt, a hat with sort of like dangly things in it. I mean, it would have been spectacular.
To be fair, you say that. I have recently acquired a cowboy hat, so
right. Okay, well, there you go. Maximum competition. But I'll go first because I haven't been playing anything. I acquired a new pup this week, so I've been spending a lot of time with the dog trying to get him used to his new surroundings, getting him settled in, and it is a lot more work than I thought it would be, and my schedule kind of went flying out the window.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Especially I've done it to 3 dogs now. Toilet training dogs it's just horrible. It's a nightmare as well. Yeah, but once you get it down, that's it. It's fine. Yeah,
sure.
Just routine. Yeah, but
persistence.
Yeah, persistence. Yeah, it's just repetition, really.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll go next then. I have been playing. The only game I played this week is Division 2. So yeah, it got its next gen upgrade on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yes.
One of them. Yeah, Tuesday. So yeah,
it came out Tuesday, but we played it on Wednesday.
Yeah, we've just been playing that. And dipped in a little while ago when I bought it last year. But it's boring playing on my own. But playing as like a team, with your mates, it's actually I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably going it again later on tonight. So,
what are you guys doing? Are you doing the campaign or
start from scratch?
Yeah. I did go on it Friday night. I went on. No one else was on, and it come up like someone needs your assistance. So I went to that, and I was just playing with this random guy for a mission. But it's really good. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, glad I'm actually getting to play the game that I bought. So
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Ash, go for it.
Yeah. So same as me. Just been playing Division 2. I completed Valhalla late last week. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've done that. I haven't done it. There's plenty more stuff to do, but I've done all the main story. And to be honest, I'm not one of these people who are carrying on playing it much after that, unless there's something I really want to get. And there's this
Platinum trophy.
No, definitely not. No, I just can't be bothered. So I got Thor's armor and all that. That was like a thing. But yeah, cool. So I've done that. I was happy with that.
Do you always find with those sort of games that you kind of have the intention to go back and clean everything up, but when you have that relief of finishing it, it's like, all right, you just kind of like, all right, I'm done. But you have the intention as you go, like The Witcher. Like I had so many side missions left in The Witcher, but when I finally fucking did it, I was like, okay, leave me alone now.
And the annoying thing is, I paid like 70 quid for that game because I decided to get the season pass. So hopefully I will go back for it when they release DLC.
Yeah, DLC.
Otherwise, that really will be a waste of money. So I've been playing that and just Division 2, playing with you guys. But I'm really enjoying that. I played it a little bit last night. Again, no one was on, so I just went with some random guy, went and done a building. I'd actually done the 2 missions we'd already done together. I'd done again. But I'm really enjoying it. It's I've got back into it in a big way. It's one of those games I actually look forward to playing later on.
Cool. Yeah, no, same. Division 2 once again. I'm enjoying playing through it again. The one thing I don't like about it is how slow it is. I feel like your character's walking in sand and he feels so clunky. And I'm so used to playing Destiny that's quick. Like it's fast. Your Guardian is really quick, and I'm a Hunter. It's generally quick, and it's just really noticeably slow. And I'm just not enjoying how slow it is. But I'm enjoying playing with you guys. It's just really slow. But obviously we didn't do it last week. But I was playing Jedi Fallen Order because they did a little remake of that. Not remake, but they enhanced it for PS5. And I was trying to go through all the trophies to get the plat because I'm trying to get a platinum a week. I got Astrobot. I got My Name Is Mayor 2.
That don't count. My Name Is Mayor 2 don't count.
It does. It's on my thing. Right?
Look,
do you want me to get my PlayStation 5 up? It does count. And I wanted to get all the trophies on that, but because of it's kind of like a Metrovania, and you can't fast travel. You got to go around all the things, and basically what I need to do is collect stuff, and it's such a pain of like running around doing all the things. I'm enjoying playing it again, but you kind of need to do it as you're playing along, a bit like what Ash just said, like, and obviously Brad. Once you finish the campaign, there's nothing to do other than just to collect things. It's just a chore, but it's quite easily to obtain. I'm like, why did I not do this when I played it? I'm actually annoyed with myself.
This is why I try and do a majority, like a sweep during the main game. Like Ghost of Tsushima, we talked about that before. I had to go back, I had to get 3 trophies. All the collectibles I'd already done. So it was just easy. Same as Spider-Man. I've done everything. So I always try and do it.
I think games can make it easier for you though. Say if you actually get something. Say if you collect all that, you get something. If you collect all that, you get something. I like that. It's when it's like, oh, you can do this, and it's like a little mission, and you get some experience at the end. But your character's already well overpowered, and you're like, Nah.
It makes a difference. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I was also playing No Man's Sky because once again that had enhancement, and it was like I just want to play multiplayer because it's like a job. Like it's like a sim almost. Like it's like playing Minecraft or something like that. You're building your base. You got to keep repairing your obviously your armor, your shit because the weather impacts it and stuff like that. And it's after a while, it's like I feel like I'm working. Like it just feels like a job, and this is really fun playing by. I've got to slog all the way over there to collect some fucking mercury, then go over there to get some heat. Like, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, this is not fun playing. But imagine playing as a friends and you're building a little base together. That would be fun. But it's like, I just don't like playing these type of games, like looter games. It's just like, oh no, this is
especially
not fun.
As our title of the podcast, our whole ethos is part-time players. We don't have. And we all have full-time jobs when other stuff are going on in our lives, so we try and just, it's in the bio. It's in the bio for the social media like stuff. We try and fit in as much gaming as we can in a small amount of time. So, I get it. You want to be when you're playing a game, you want to be enjoying it, having fun, new experience, and that. So, that is one I need to go back to as well. I did start Jedi Fallen Order, so I will go back to that. And I also back to me because I'm most important. I downloaded Concrete Genie because I know it was on PlayStation Plus. I'm going to give that a go just to see, see what it's like. And it's funny that none of us downloaded and played Destruction All Stars either. Like
Brad M did, I think.
Oh, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was the only. Forgot to mention that actually. Yeah, no, I did play that the day before I got the dog. I didn't like it.
No.
Maybe because I was playing it on my own. I went through the whole tutorial. Had an online game, and it felt very Fortnite-esque. And I don't like those sort of. I'm not a fan of that art style. And I just lost interest really quick. I was just like, I don't know. It didn't grab me. It didn't grab me. It was a bit gimmicky and. It wasn't as fun as I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be a good fun and really like full action. But
it's not a game to play by yourself though. It's a bit like Fall Guys. Like Fall Guys, we had a real life with that. But if I only ever played it by myself, I probably would have put it on for like 20 minutes. I thought, and turned it off again.
Yeah,
I know. Destruction All Stars I thought it was all about the car combat, but it's kind of I heard a review, and it's kind of like you pick your character. And cars are just like 10 a penny. You just go in and jump in and out of cars, and the mission, the objective is to destroy cars. So I thought it was like Destruction Derby or like Twisted Metal, but it's kind of
take anybody's car.
A little hybrid.
I preferred it if you could get if you just had your car, perked it up, and you got eliminated. But it was, and there's already people that are fucking brilliant at it as well. I was getting destroyed. I was like, what's happening here? Not for me. Not for me.
So I'm going to play Concrete Genie this week, and I'll go and come back next week and let you know what it's like, what's going on with it.
Cool. Has no one played Control? Am I the only one that's played Control?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know if I said it last week or it happened afterwards. I got my refund, so
nice.
You put it in the chat.
I got my refund and I added it to my library again. So
fantastic. Everybody should download that game and play it. It's fantastic. It's a brilliant game. I love the enhancements they've done on PS5. It looks gorgeous. Obviously, the physics of being able to move stuff and being in 60 frames is phenomenal. Obviously, they've added controller support. So obviously, you can change your gun to like a shotgun type gun to one that charges, and you can feel the pressure on the R2. I know this is all a bit confusing for you, Ash, but keep up, mate.
What's that?
Is this workplace bullying? I think it
is. We got a HR.
The HR person is Reese.
Come speak to me afterwards, mate. We'll file it. We'll put it in the filing cabinet and we'll send it up to a special place in the trash can or the bin, whatever. The Control was fantastic. The story is good, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm going to get the platinum. I'm making sure I'm doing all the things because that's what happened to me last time. I beat the main campaign, and I had to go back, and I was like, I kind of don't want to do that now. So I'm making sure I'm doing it. And they've got the tracking for PS5, so you can see the percentages of how much you've collected. It says 50%, and like side missions, how many you need more to do. And I really like that.
Did you say you're going for the platinum on Control?
Yes.
Why are you chasing so many platinums?
Well, there's someone ahead of me. I'm not going to give him credit for who it is, but I can't have this. And also, I want to be in the silver bracket.
I can't accept this. I can't.
How many are you on, Reese? How many platinums you on?
11, 12?
11, I think it is.
12, maybe?
It's 11.
11.
He's probably counting.
Yeah, he knows. Brad knows. He keeps an eye on it every day. He wakes up making, is he ahead of me yet? Is he ahead of me?
The thing is, I know, like, you sent it for me the other day. You sent one to me, and you was like, look what I got. And it was My Name is Mayo too. It's like, this don't count. This doesn't count. So I'll just download it for 99p and do it and get that one as well then. So
yeah, go for it. I did download Game of Thrones Telltale because I thought I was going to get easy platinum.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you said it was a bad game. I was like, I don't care, I can do it. And wow, I couldn't do it.
It's bad.
It wasn't worth it.
It's terrible.
I was like, oh wow, this is so painful. I can't. Not even for the platinum.
Did you get the platinum for Batman, Telltale Batman?
Yes.
I'll see. I've got that in my library, so I could crack that bad boy out and get that one.
You two just need to stop it. You just need to play something you enjoy.
I got the Astrobot one. That was quite good because you had all the tracking with the cards, so I knew where everything was. So no, I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, Astrobot. I wasn't even thinking I'm gonna want to platinum this because I want it. It was just such a fun game, and like it's just like I'll go for it. Yeah,
How many are you on, Brad? Roughly?
I think it's
16.
18, I think.
Okay. Oh, well.
Yeah.
So
17.
A few less.
Yeah. I've got some catching up to do, but I'm going to get the control one. I will have that by next week's podcast. I'll have the platinum.
I'm going to come in and overtake you.
Promise right there.
Yeah, Brad's just going to just start playing all these he's going to go online. It's like easiest platinums or something. He's just going to smash them all out and just.
I'm already on 9, and I've just had a quick look there. There's a few games I know I've got like 1 or 2 left to get platinum. I reckon I could sweep in out of nowhere. What's the space?
All right. Well, all right. Go on. Start the competition. Ash, do you have trophies on the PS4?
Yeah, I think so. There's some sort of icon up the top there.
All right, that was the last joke.
I am not a trophy hunter at all. I play a game and then when the fun stops, I stop.
Oh, you're not mentally ill. Oh, lucky.
No, I'm not very good with competition. I'm not very good with competition because if I get into it, I'll get really into it, and then I'll get
into it. Go on, see if you can beat me.
I would be able to.
Reese, calm down, Reese.
All right.
Here we go.
We'll do it.
Do it. Go on.
I was going to check to see how many trophies I had, but
whose dog is it?
Yeah, that's my dogs. They're my dogs.
It's always your bloody dogs.
Yeah. But my PlayStation working, so I can't see. So I think that's it for now. We're going to go on to our Wandavision discussion.
Yes.
So if you've listened this far, thank you very much. We appreciate your listeners and listens and downloads and support. We've actually got our social medias have actually been doing really well. Instagram, Facebook, we've got a lot more likes. So everyone who's followed us. Thank you.
Didn't we?
We had a couple of nice comments on YouTube as well, and their views on that have been going up. Big thanks to everyone who does download and stuck with us and looks forward to the episodes. As we said, at the top of the show every Monday.
Do I look forward to it, or is it just the bored at home?
Well, if bored, looking forward to it.
As long as there's a comment,
we appreciate you all. Yeah, I'm joking.
It's.
I look forward to it.
We had we had a load of downloads from Virginia as well. It's kind of like since we started it, we had a few. We used to get a few downloads in Virginia, and they've come back in the last few days. So,
that's good. Virginian. Would you call them Virginians?
Virginians, yeah. Shout out.
I think that's why they left before they come back.
We call them nice people.
So everyone who's downloaded and liked us and commented and all that, thank you. And again, if you do like it and you haven't commented, you haven't subscribed, please do. It's the best way to support. This is free, giving you a bit of free stuff, entertainment, I
know, and we're giving you discussion episodes as well, like on YouTube. So you're getting so much stuff. Like I don't know if people deserve it, how much we give. Like
this is why I do the social media and that. So ignore Reese. We're gonna mute Reese now. Thanks, and if you can, like, subscribe. It really helps us. Thank you. And
cool.
If you're not sticking around for the Wandavision, goodbye. See you next week.
Spoilers, obviously. Spoilers.
Yes, so
spoiler warning.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the spoiler warning.
That was Brad's coffee, and that's
Brad
our
coffee
alert.
is the spoiler warning.
So if you've watched this before, obviously we go for a little recap, and then obviously goes to the classroom for open discussion and theories and thoughts, blah blah blah. So this is episode 5 of WandaVision. It was called a very special episode. And obviously we went back to the sitcom time theme. Obviously we're now in the 80s. Obviously we predicted that it's going to go through each decade. And it seems that it was clearly inspired by Family Ties, which is a American sitcom from the 80s. And obviously we watched the comparisons before we started recording. And obviously it's quite clear that it is that. And it basically just starts with Wanda and Vision being parents to Tommy and Billy, and basically Agnes, I believe her name is, obviously comes in, and it's obviously Vision kind of ruins the so-called scene of her going to pick up the children or help the children, and she looks at Wanda, and it's almost a bit Truman Show. I think it's like the most Truman Show we got, where she tells her like, "Should I take this from the top? Take this again?"
Which is
kind of
interesting, because no one else seen everyone like the way Monica described it. It's like she kind of was controlling her, whereas Agnes kind of seems self-aware. She knows that she's in a show, and there's theories like, is she more to do with what's going on, because she was the character in the comics she was a witch, and she's the one who trained Wanda into becoming like having a lot more witch-like powers. So is she got something to do with it? Was
she the one last week who was gossiping with a neighbour as well? Vision,
and he's like cutting the wall kind of thing. No, same lady. And then Billy and Tommy, I believe they jump in age or something. They're one in their cot. I mean, they were in their cot, and all of a sudden I believe they're 5. And I think that's when we actually get the theme tune of Family Ties comes in. And then I think it jumps to the real world, and we kind of see footage of Wanda breaking into the Sword headquarters and stealing Vision's body. Kind of thing.
It looked like he was dissected as well. Like his head wasn't connected to his body. Like he was in bits.
No, he's in a bit of a state. He's
not in a good way.
He's had bad days, hasn't he? To be fair, And then he goes back to the sitcom, I believe, and then Wanda and the family, when they get a dog, they also get a dog. Always get dogs. Sparky the dog. And then obviously the boys want to keep the dog, so they jump to 10 so they can keep him, because they said they're not responsible. And then it goes back to the real world, and Monica, Darcy, and Jimmy are trying to work out how this reality is working and how she's like warping reality kind of thing. And they kind of work it out by shooting her clothes that she wore inside the dome. And there was an interesting conversation about Captain Marvel, which I think may be a tease of what could be happening, but I'll go into that when we do our little discussion. Then we get the scene back inside the sitcom with Vision at work, and he has his co-worker. I can't remember what this guy's name is, but he kind of works out that something's going on, and he connects to him, and the guy's basically begging for help, like, help me, she's in my head, she's making me do all this. And then we get the Sword, the drone. They decide to put in an 80s drone because they realize she's warping anything that's not from that era.
Which looks very advanced for an 80s drone.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I wouldn't mind
Space
that
tech,
yeah.
Space tech. But Hayward, I believe the name is, the guy that's head. You always get the douchey guy, don't you? That's always like there's always one, isn't there?
Even when you first saw him on last week's episode, and she was like, "No, you're the best person for the job," you knew that he's going to turn out to be an arsehole. He's going to be the bad guy.
Yeah,
because this always seems to happen. So.
Yep. And then they fly the drone in, and that guy's secretly armed it with a missile of some sort. Wanda gets all red-eyed, don't she? She gets a little bit. She gets like a very bad case of the pink eye, and she gets a little bit mad.
And I noticed as well, like when she's outside talking to him, she has a Sokovian accent, whereas when she's in the sitcom, she's American.
Why did they bring that back? Because she used to do it at the beginning, and then I think was it Civil War and Avengers. Yeah. She never had it. She was just American accent, and now she's brought it back again. Yeah. It's a little bit. All right, you got to stick with one. Keep it, don't you know?
One quick thing here when they were saying about Wanda. Two things. Sorry. One, she hasn't got a name. They don't know her as the Scarlet Witch. She doesn't have a a superhero name, and two, they was like, well, she could have killed Thanos herself, and I was like, we know that because we was watching the film, but how do they know? Did someone see it and then tell them, or how did they?
Interesting.
Yeah, did they watch Endgame? Was there a cameraman there while this was going on, like a war
They're subscribed to
journalist?
Disney Plus, mate. They watched on Disney Plus.
Yeah. So meta.
Yeah. Ooh, reality warping.
Yeah.
So yeah, she obviously confronts the sword agents, and they're pointing their little green lasers at her, and she uses a mind control to point it on Hayward, or whatever his name is, and she basically says, "Leave me alone, like get off my lawn, like leave me alone, or else," kind of thing. She's happy in her little family and a little dome, and yeah, she goes back. You get that little Lagos towel, like paper towel commercial, which is the same city in Civil War where she blew up, and she spilt blood. So I think the red juice is a symbol for that, apparently. And then we get the interesting scene with a few things with obviously Sparky and Agnes, but we'll try and cut it a little bit more shorter. And then go on, sorry.
That was weird. It's like again, must have something deep to do with it, like that she was growing this poison plants like in her front garden. The dog decided to eat them. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just like, sorry, my poison. I was growing poison, as you know, because I like poison. And then your dog, that was a bit odd.
It was a little bit strange. I think Vision obviously knows that there's no children about. It's only their two kids, and he starts questioning Wanda about the reality and that he doesn't remember and what's going on. And I think it's absolutely genius when the sitcom credits start coming down the screen.
She's trying to end it.
Yeah, she's trying to end the conversation, and she leaves the room, and Vision's not having anything. He follows her through, and then they get their little flying Cry Kid scene where they're kind of still arguing, ongoing, and then we get obviously the biggest moment of the episode.
This was odd.
The doorbell goes, and it's like, who is that? And when I saw the grey hair, because I mentioned it before about Captain America, and I was like, oh my God, are they doing Old Man Steve? And is he coming to talk her down? But it wasn't. It was even better than that. It was Wanda's brother, obviously Quicksilver, but not played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. It was played by Evan Peter, who's obviously the Quicksilver in the Fox movies. There's a Future Past and stuff. Which was set in the 80s as well, which is quite funny. Don't know if that was all linked, but wow. And he's now going to be our brother. Recast it.
Yeah, like when and even Darcy said, didn't she? Oh, she's recast. Pedro. Yeah. And then I did like the bit where he walks in and he says his sister and all that, and then he just goes, "Who's this popsicle?"
Yeah.
And like you get the canned laughter and all that. I thought that was pretty good.
It's genius, isn't it? It's
but
brilliant.
like what's the repercussions for one? Aaron Taylor Johnson's probably pissed off he didn't get to come back. But what is it? What does it mean? It's
means Disney owns everything. There's no bounds. Batman can turn up now.
The real powerhouse here is Disney. They're the ones distorting everything. They chuck anybody in.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Is that the first crossover we've had from the Fox now? I believe.
Yeah, it would be. It's big, and there's a lot
pop up in on Deadpool, didn't he? Deadpool 2. You saw all that cast, remember?
Yeah, but that was still Fox, wasn't it? Yeah, that was all. Yeah, so.
But they did pop up.
Yeah, into the Marvel. It must. Yeah, it is. It's the first one. There's a few things I think look good about this episode. Again, as I said, Agnes being self-aware, she's in there. When the Vision, I can't remember his name either. His colleague, he taps into his head and he speaks truth. He doesn't say Wanda's in my head, Wanda's making me do it. He just says she. And then there's another bit where when the Vision and Wanda are talking, Wanda, I don't know if she's like confused or she's lying, but she says, I don't know how this started. So is she being manipulated as well? Because they said,
I think so.
That Hayward said, we thought she was another victim, but now we know she is the perpetrator. She's the bad guy, but I don't think it's that simple.
No, it's not.
And it's not an illusion. She is warping, like you said, warping reality. So the stuff she took off, like the clothes she went in when Monica went in, got fused and remade to her 70 clothes. So it's not an illusion. She's bending
reality. Yeah.
Bending reality.
It's Wanda's powers, but is she consciously using her powers doing it, or is she being controlled to use the powers kind of thing? Yeah.
And it was interesting as well when they was having a conversation after the dog died, like they just kept saying to her, like, you can bring, like, they know what their mum is, like, you can bring dead people back to life, and she's like, no, you can't. And obviously that's something to do with Vision being I know there was a theory, like,
it's a bit contradicting, isn't it? Like, can't bring people back to life.
Yeah, she's got him, but obviously he's damaged, and she's using this to, like, kind of rebuild his memories, like, if you know what I mean, like, that's how she's trying to do it. But I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot more questions now than answers. So
I've never done a 360 in any series. Like, I was so lukewarm about this at the beginning, and now it's arguably, I can't wait to watch it. Like, each week, I'm loving it. I think it's fantastic. Yeah. It's brilliant. It's incredible. Ash or Brad, do you want to share your thoughts?
Go on, Ash.
Mate. I'll go.
No,
again. I genuinely thought it was a great episode. I'm really enjoying it. Like you said, Reese, like, I have done a 360. I'm actually enjoying it now. And I am looking forward to, every episode that comes along. I think it's clever the way they've done it. I still think they probably should have released, up until episode 4 when they done it, but that's neither here nor there. But I like the way every single episode we're getting just a little bit more and a little bit more, and they're not just flooding you. And then what they ended it on, when you had Quicksilver, mate, bring on next Friday.
Yeah, do you reckon we're going to get that kitchen scene? No, like from Days of Future Past, where it's the music with the headset and he's running around. If they give us that scene, I'm going to lose it, honestly. Like, they gave us Luke Skywalker in Mando. I don't think there's any, like, we could get Deadpool in this. We could get Wolf, like, the whole X-Men cast could turn up. Yeah. Like, honestly, it's not out of the possibility.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Imagine that we need to send someone in, and they do it's Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Just what send him in there.
Honestly, it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
It's crazy.
He was a better Quicksilver anyway. The other Quicksilver just got shot by a gun. Fuck off. Yeah. This geezer was running out of buildings. He saved someone's sandwich as well when he saved them.
He put a bit of pizza in someone's in a dog's mouth. So he's better. I don't know if anyone else has got any other thoughts.
Brendan?
No, look, I'm just watching it purely as a standalone series. I'm just so.
When Quicksilver turned up, you was like, "Who's that?
Who's this fella?" I'm so jealous. I thought, like, this is obviously a big moment. You can tell from the classic reveal, from the pan from behind, slowly going around. It's like, oh, this is such a big moment, and I'm so gutted that I'm not a part of this.
Like we said, you've
watch the 4 movies I told you to watch.
Take a couple of weeks off and watch everything.
I've got the list. Yeah, I've got the list. Well, Disney Plus puts them all in order for you. I must start the first one. I'm going to start the first one today.
Yeah.
Well, another thing. Sorry to go back. Like when Captain Marvel gets mentioned, like you said, Reese.
I think that's
Monica. Like, it's kind of, I suppose it's her aunt, because she was best friends with her mum. When she gets mentioned, you see her face. She kind of like doesn't look very happy at the mention of her. Yeah. And some people are saying that maybe her mum got cancer because of Captain Marvel, because she was around Captain Marvel, or maybe because she didn't come back and help her and that. So because she didn't seem very happy when she got mentioned.
Yeah, I think it was more sad. Like, I don't know, she's like feelings maybe rather than mum got cancer. But no, I think because they've teased obviously Wanda's brother coming back a few times. And the links with Captain Marvel in this, and I'm kind of thinking they've already teased in this that Captain Marvel's just as powerful as Wanda. And after Wanda not wanting to leave, I feel like someone, I know obviously Ash said she's going to be a bit more emotional, and I feel like it could be possible, but I don't think she's going to leave without some form of force or someone there that can stand up to her, and at least break that immersion. And the obvious answer is now Captain Marvel. And I don't think it's not possible for Captain Marvel to be some signal, be like, bring Captain Marvel back, Nick Fury, Captain Marvel come back and deal with it. Because it's like, why are you bringing in a drone? Like, you've got this whole world of superheroes. You're under in this bubble. Why haven't you called for help?
Yeah.
Like, you've got the Avengers, call them. Like, you clearly need backup here. And they've got to call someone, surely. They can't just be like trying to save her by themselves. Like, so I think they've got to call someone. Someone big's got to come in, and it's either going to be someone from the MCU or someone from Fox.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. It's big.
Spider-Man, maybe.
It would be
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
good,
Oh. No, it wouldn't be Spider-Man, but I would love it if it was.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, like you say, I look forward to every episode now. So yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I am still loving it. I'm really enjoying it. I genuinely am. Now I know that it's not actually just a rip-off of a sitcom, and there's all this going on. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely. I think it's brilliant.
It's so good that you're enjoying it because you don't have like any like MCU knowledge, you don't know what's going on, but you would enjoy it even more if you did know what's going on, because there's so many links and ties and Easter eggs and all these theories, and that's why we're all like, oh my god, it's this, and it could be all these different possibilities. And
I don't think you're supposed to watch it how I'm watching it. You know,
oh yeah, of course,
the absolute vast majority are fully immersed in that world. But just interestingly enough, I'm still really enjoying it.
No, it shows it's a good show by itself, then, doesn't it? Really, exactly. But yeah, no, that's
I think as well, this was the longest episode because they've only been like 20 minutes long, and this one was, I think it was 40. So yeah,
the sitcom self by itself, you take it away with the credits falling, that was as 20 minutes. Yeah, and then the outside world was another. So they're still keeping the sitcom only 20 minutes because that's how long the episodes are.
Yeah, but no, good episode. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love it. And even the little commercials and stuff that they do that's related to Marvel, it's so good. So yeah, we'll see. You got any theories, Ash, about what it's going to, how you still think it's going to be get her out emotionally, or you think it's going to be some kind of false now? Yeah.
No, I still think it's going to try and go the emotional route. I think there's going to be a fight. Well, not a fight. I think there is going to be some conflict in there, and just probably, and like you say, it probably will be Captain Marvel. But I think it's going to come down to, look, you've got to do this, and there's going to be there's going to be a bit more talking behind it after a conflict, because I think it'd just be a bit too harsh to be like, as a woman, obviously, like going through post trauma stress and just fucking ripping her out and being like, look, stop it, all these people's lives are getting ruined. I think it'd be a bit too much. I think they're going to go a bit more subtly, but
where's
we'll see.
Where's Superman at? He's the main one, isn't he? Get Superman in.
That's it. Yeah, he should be able to go in there. Yeah, that's the one. That's it, mate.
Yeah, Superman.
he's the main one, isn't he? So
he's
and
the
Batman.
best one.
Batman and Superman can go in there. And Batman's had 3 months to plan how to get her out, so he'll be able to do it.
And he's also a vampire, so he can twinkle in the.
Yeah, that's true.
There we go.
Next thing you know, he's going to be
Batman turns up.
Yeah, Reese's Twilight fanfiction. This is terrible.
I was once made to watch the Twilight films back to back before going to the cinema to watch the new one.
Oh, mate.
It was when I first started going out with my wife, when we were dating, and we went to a friend's house. We'd never watched them either, and thankfully,
still married. Wow.
Well, thankfully, Kira was on the same page and said, "What the fuck was that shit?" And,
and you proposed to her.
Yeah, that was it.
That was the final confirmation. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, looking forward to next week. We're going to be obviously in the 90s. I reckon that's when we're going to get the Halloween stuff where they're actually in their costumes and stuff. So look forward to that. And obviously we'll see what happens.
Yeah, sweet.
Cool. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Obviously that's our spoiler and obviously our episode 34. Until next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.